Oh, I'm already live. Okay, cool. Okay. Looks good. I just have to share it. Okay, cool. I can stop just posting about it, and I can start working. Hi everyone. Uh, so I am. Yeah, I've basically got some new stuff that I've been cooking up for. Uh, Hi, welcome to the stream. Yeah, I got some new stuff I've been cooking up for EOCs, including like the context variable stuff, where basically, let's see if I can get it up here. Yeah, here it is. So if this shows up, so basically now event EOCs have all of these contextual variables that they pass it. So like all of the, I think it's like close to 90 events that exist in the game. They now have, when you fire an EOC off of them, which you can do any of these, you get all of this information on the right here to play with. And so, for some stuff like vehicle moves, there's like a lot of details there that you can do scripting off of. And so the first one that I've been working on, or well, I guess getting ahead of myself. And so the other big thing that I've been working on is the idea of this. This system isn't finalized. I might rewrite a big chunk of this, but the idea of they're currently called accessors. I think I'm going to call them mutators. And basically, the idea is when you call a string variable in, or just a variable in the code. So I think I've got an example here somewhere. No, not there. Looking for empath. Here it is. So when you call a variable to get a variable in an EOC, so like this is calling a context variable called victim type, and so this victim type context variable, you can specify the accessor, which again the name might change, the way you use this might change, and this accessor is for the monster faction. And so basically what this does is if you pass it in a victim's ID, so in this so this is the monster ID, so something like monster zombie zombie cop, etc., Triffid, whatever. If you give it this accessor, instead of just returning the ID of the creature, it returns the ID of the faction. And so what I'm going to be doing with that faction ID is I'm going to be trying to create a perk that works like Headhunter from Path of Exile, or similar enough. And so the idea of Headhunter in Path of Exile is as you kill enemies, you gain their abilities temporarily. And so there's a reward for killing more and killing fast. And so that's kind of what I want to replicate here. And so the Empath perk, this one here, is going to have a whole bunch of potential options based on what you've killed. And so this is an event EOC, requires the event that the character has killed a monster, checks that you have the Empath perk, and then if you have the Empath perk, it's going to, again, this is just debug stuff right now, but it's going to do a bunch of conditional testing on, well, what did you kill? And then based on each of those things, it's going to give you an effect for, I don't know, 15 seconds, 30 seconds. And those can be pretty powerful because there's only going to be it's a perk, and because they only last for a short amount of time. And so that's kind of the idea. And so the first thing I want to do is, I'm pretty sure there is a way for me to make this look really nice and kind of do it all as one EOC. And so I gotta go steal some code from, let me bring this over. So if I recall, when I cleaned up an EOC recently, I did the random mission fixes. I think there's a really nice looking like conditional in here that I want to. Yeah, it's this weighted list. Oh, but I guess they're all just inline. So that's not what I want. Yeah, I'm just gonna do it the slowest way, or the most heavy-handed way, and then if it slows people's games down, I'll fix it from there. But yeah, so we'll go. I copy this. So they'll basically be a bunch of like underlying EOCs. They won't be event, they're just going to be activations. Still should check if you have Empath, even though it checks above. But then there'll also be the additional condition. And so the additional condition is going to be something like compare string. Yeah, compare string is what I'm looking for. And so it's going to be compare string. It's an array. So it's just two strings that I'm looking to compare. And so it's going to be, we'll do zombie for this one. That'll be just our test. We'll figure it out from there. And then I want to do this context val accessor stuff. And I'm going to get rid of these two. So this is going to do C's. And so the reason I'm doing this nested is just because since this is an event EOC, it's going to trigger every time you kill something, whether or not you have Empath. And so I don't want to run like one for every faction unless I have to. And so there's going to be this initial that just checks, do you have Empath at all? And if you do, fire all of the related EOCs. And the way the context variables work now is all of the context variables you have on a in your system, or sorry, in an EOC. If you call an EOC from within it, also get those context variables. So I don't have to worry about losing this victim type. And that victim type comes from, as I showed over here, the character kills monsters, has a killer, who's the player, and then also a victim type, which is the monster ID, or the M type ID. And so that's perfect. That's exactly what I want. And so I can keep adding it. And so, yeah, so that works. And so now I just need to give it actually an effect. And so I'm going to just do something to test to make sure this works at all. And so I'm just going to find an effect from the base game to try out. Oh, excuse me. It's the base game? No, this is Aftershock. Okay. Let's try again. All right. Base game. And I want, let me just load this up again. So I want, it's like add effect, I think. You add effect. Yeah. Effect. And it's going to be, yeah, the duration as well I can specify. And so I want a duration of, I don't know, 15 seconds. And I think this just works. So I'm going to try it out in game. We're going to see. I have water here somewhere. Here, sorry, I'm going to disable my camera for a second and I'm going to go find some water. I'm still here, nobody panic. Oh, Jess. Ooh, don't want to get too dry. Okay, and I'm back. Cool. Alright, so this is, I got a debug character already set up. They've got the perk, and I'm just gonna, they've got minor bleeding, they're kind of slow and they're in pain. I can live with all of that stuff. And so we're just gonna, normal zombie. Oh, right, I need not a space. Normal zombie. Shank it down. And there it is. I have adrenaline come down. Because I didn't specify an intensity on the adrenaline. That's fine. That is a-okay for now. And cool. I'm just gonna wait for a minute. Adrenaline's off. That's good. And so I'm gonna try just a different monster. Try Fat Zombie. Boom, still got adrenaline. Okay, and then one more thing, just because, you know, it's good to test early. I'm going to just want to trip it. Excuse me. Uh-oh. Ooh, I am too weak to be doing this. We're going to give me some debug. What? Invincibility and invisibility. Sort it out. Oh no. My character's just like out of. I'm just poisoned like crazy. Okay. Let's just do player. Hit points. All 288. So we're back at full health. And I'll just wait a few minutes until my character gets... Oh my goodness. Okay, that's annoying. I picked a bad monster to test this on. Alright, sorted. How am I still not able to... That's annoying. Oh, thank you very much. I appreciate that. That is very kind of you to say. Here, I don't have chat up on thing. I guess you can just see it on YouTube. But yeah, thank you very much for saying that, hand-me-downs. I'm glad you enjoyed the game. Yeah, the people that support the game on mobile, I mean, they do a lot of that work on their own. So yeah, it is a very cool thing for sure. And no adrenaline. So other monster types do not cause the stuff. And so now I just need to create a whole bunch of effects, or steal a bunch of effects for the things. And so I'm going to do the most fun thing in a video game stream, and I'm going to make a spreadsheet. And so... Ooh, that's a terrible glow on my face, but that's okay. So, faction, good ideas, okay, and so I'm gonna start by just grabbing everything that I think is a good idea from the effects list itself. I can split this up. Oh god, there's so many of them. Yeah. Ooh, mouse scent is a fun one. I've never played Zomboid either, so I'm not a good person to ask. Maybe someone else in chat can answer your question. But I don't think many games have the level of pedantic complexity that Cataclysm has, and so not trying to start an argument or to flame another game, but I would say that Cataclysm probably has more depth in most of the stuff. But my understanding is a lot of Zomboid has some really smooth systems. And a lot of great QA and like well engineered stuff to make the play experience really good. Oh, I should update. Well, I guess my thing is correct. It's perks. That is what we're doing. What else we got here? All of these are. That's such a cataclysm thing that that like all of the perks are, or all of the effects are negative in the effects list. It's like nothing particularly exciting here. All mutagens. I'm stuck in a bear trap. That's not probably it. Yeah, like probably one of the like sedative-y ones. I want a pain control thing. I don't know which one it'll be, but yeah, we'll see. Yeah, I think you're kind of in the right. Yeah, there. God, none of these are fun or like exciting or help the player at all. Um, okay, jet injector's one that can be worked with. Was the same thing? Kind of, not really. Huh. I didn't know you actually got speed from being on amphetamines. That's fun. Thought they removed all that stuff. Bum, bum. Almost done. Had food on we. Uh, yeah. Um, Supercharged is funny. Um, hmm, okay. Yeah. All right. So there's not much there. But I can make some enchantments, I think, to fill it in. And so I don't know, what factions do I want to cover? It's like all the factions that you actually fight are the idea. And so it's monster factions, I think. Pretty sure like zombies one of them here. Yeah. And so oh god, this is another big list. Goodness. Alright, so we want zombie. We want animal probably. Fish is based on animal, that's fine then. Another. like this. That way I can filter out the mutant, probably. Mutant would be fun. To have a thing for bots. Or bot. So I should say I should really spell them right. Spiders, their own faction. Okay. No, it's insect. Cool. So we'll do insect as one of these. Fungus. Jabberwock. Your X is base human. That's interesting. Yeah, plant. And that's a good list to start. And so basically I need to come up with abilities for all of these that are then going to be the powers that Empath gives you. And so I wanted this. So for zombie, I'm thinking pain ignore, something like that. So you kind of zombie-like. Animal's gonna be like move speed maybe, or I was thinking even like making animals passive to you, like or like friendly. So like you have animal friend, whatever it's called. But I don't know, I'm not convinced on that one. Maybe even carnivore. I guess nothing like that really works. Ooh, the threshold mutation for gaining more combat stats could be cool. Let's see if we can get that wired up. Nether's going to just be health regen. Yep, yeah, there are. I mean, some of this stuff will just be, passive. That's okay. I mean, again, the goal here is just to hit all of the kind of the major groups in the game, and that way, when you kill those things, whatever they are, you'll get those buffs. I mean, this is supposed to be for anyone who I guess it's not out yet. For the perks mod, I'm working on because all the perks right now are in the perks mod are kind of bad or not bad, but they're just mediocre. And that's very intentional because I didn't want to skew balance too far. But lots of people have lots of good ideas for cool, powerful perks and abilities and stuff. And so basically, I'm adding a new optional, like an opt-in module for the perks mod that will be called playstyle perks. And so most of the perks are considered lifestyle perks, and a lifestyle perk is like, you're a little fit, you're bookish, something like that. All the silly ones that are already in there. Whereas a playstyle perk will be more build defining. There'll be some really powerful stuff in there. An example of that would be, I mean, this empath thing that I'm working on to make it so that you get those super powerful like kill streaks and stuff, basically. But some other ones I'm thinking about doing is like a thing that you have a percent chance to get an additional bullet coming out of any weapon you use. Potentially any gun. It might just get pared down to bows, because multi-shot for bows seems really cool. And so then, there's a whole play style to be had around focusing on bows and like having that percent chance to get double shots and stuff. And so, with that said, some of these can be a little bit more powerful. Or at least that's the hope, that's the idea. I want this to be like shock immunity plus lightning field. And that's going to be really hard to do. But it'd be pretty cool if I could get it working. Some of these other ones are pretty hard to say. I don't know, like maybe like a solar powered thing. Yeah, I mean that's the whole point of the perks mod is to be very inspired by the like a Fallout style perk system. to kind of have that same feeling of progression that you would get in like a classic CRPG or in like a D&D or something. Or I guess D&D technically doesn't have feats by default anymore, but in a classic dungeon crawler pen and paper game. I don't really want to think about Jabberwock. It'll probably be something stupid like plus 20 strength because yeah, okay, thanks. Because you never kill them. Fungus. I don't know, like um, disease cure maybe. That'd be kind of cool. Um, that could be like acid blood, maybe. Kind of fun. And then for mutant, no, it's just too. I don't know. It seemed too messy. It didn't seem fun to perk gate perks. Basically, I'm happy with the idea of there being synergies, but I'd be a little hesitant. It'd be so much menuing to like go. Oh well, this needs this perk. Okay, well let me just back out and go to that perk and stuff. It just seems messy, and so no, there's no locked perks right now. Um. Okay, I mean, I gotta start here. So I'm gonna just start, and then we go from there. So let's start on an easy one. So I think the jet injector has the kind of stuff that I want, which is unless it's hard coded. That'd be lame if it was. Let's take a look. And if the healing from this is hard coded. Yeah. No, nothing hard coded. Okay. Maybe it's just the stim pack that does it, or they've just had it all removed at this point. And so this healing medication stuff is kind of a lie. Um, okay, then let's try the other place where I can steal ideas from, which is mutations. So there should be a mutation here. Mutation. Um, there's like the deadened nerves. Yeah. Okay, so makes you pain immune, but I don't think a flag like this is going to work on an effect. Um, and I want them all to be effects because they should be removable. Uh-huh. Is there... You know, what's pain resist just do on its own? Okay, cool. We're online. That'll work. So I want to do... So for Empath here, Empath is going to get a new... I'm just going to post that in there for now. Then I'm going to steal some code for effects. Effects. Just Oh, it's hard to say. The stable version of the game is definitely the way to go right now. There's a couple of like big outstanding things that are pretty broken in the experimental. There's a lot of cool features too, but right now the game is really really hard to get started for a couple. There's like some balancing problems with some early enemies basically, and so that's all getting fixed. But we're just trying to fix it in good ways, and also it's a volunteer project, and so some people have just been busy. So right now, the latest stable is probably your best way to go, I would say. The descriptions later. Uh, I believe if I check the documentation, there is in effect. I think I can attach enchantments. Cool. Let's copy. This just works. Always pain, and we want 9% less pain. Because you're feeling like a zombie. Oh, that's weird. Okay, got an error from YouTube. Sorry. Um, and I wonder if this is mandatory or if I can just pull that out. It'll run. And then we'll do 30, because why not? And I'm gonna try it. I don't know. We'll see if all of this works. As is. I'm also curious if this removes your pain you had currently, or if it's just pain in the future that it will affect. It's not a big deal either way, but spawn a monster. I want to spawn a. I don't know, being invisible here is very annoying. Alright, I got zombie empathy. So, I mean, I'm guessing that that is working the way that I'm hoping it will. So I could just continue. And I can do more testing later, but I don't know. Me just like hitting zombies and seeing if my pain goes up and down doesn't seem like a lot of fun. So I'm gonna just do other stuff. So it's zombie down. Mission accomplished. And so I'll do. What else did I have? Zombie animal. Okay, so it's like the combat threshold learning thing for mutations. So, is it Sapiovore? Or refresh my live stream. Something seems wrong. Interesting. Okay. That seems odd. Anyways, I gotta stop looking at that instead of this. Maybe it isn't. Um, oh, it is still hard coded, eh? Yeah, okay. That's too bad. So the uh, do I want to unhard code that right now? Yeah, it'd be easy. Okay. Let's do it. That's a quick little change. So, gonna go grab an enchantment just so I know where to start. No, I don't need to do that. Let's just go here. Close the game. Enchantment. Just gonna search fall damage, and that'll tell me all the places I need to change it. So I need to add. Also, I think this list is, for the most part, alphabetized. No, it's not. Good. So I'm gonna add combat catch up there. And then I've got to go over here. Do a thing as well. Or put them in the right order. This is just pedantic, but that's okay. I'm allowed to be pedantic. And then with that, I can, because we're done. So all I gotta do is just go over here to Pred 4. Uh, uh, well, I won't be able to get rid of all of it, but I'll be able to get rid of some of it. Okay, guild. Just trying to make sure I'm not missing anything. Yeah, so that's just morale stuff. Okay. We'll just do the... We'll just do these catch-up modifier ones. So combat catch-up is... Sorry, I'm really struggling here. This should not be hard to do, but within this, I just look for the code for fall damage because I want to just steal the line. So I can copy it over. It's the same file, isn't it? Yes, it is. Okay. So it doubles it for 2 and 3, and then triples it for. And triples it for 4. Oh, yeah. So, no one on the team gets paid. It's fully open source. Anyone can do anything what they like with the game as long as it's share alike. But yeah, the game's free. I don't make any money off of it. It's just a hobby. Helps me stay good at programming, and also I like designing games. It's a hobby of mine. So I just yeah, I just like doing it. Oh no, I messed that up. How did I mess that up? Hey, there we go. That wasn't too hard. Spawn will be harder to do. Um, Pacifist is fine though. I can do pacifist. Oh no, it'd be a different effect. Okay, I'm gonna stop messing around with this, and I'm just gonna quickly go over to. Really got sidetracked here. All of these, and I'm going to add an enchantment. Okay. Yeah, that was just a sidetrack thing. Oh, I guess I should say there are some people on the team that do take donations and stuff. So there are people that you can give money to if you want to, if you like their work. Um, I'm not one of them though. I do it all for free. I think adding money to the mix would make it a chore instead of a joy. So, uh, yep. And then yeah, here. Like get really big, because you don't keep it for very long. Something like that, and then similarly, animal. Oops. Hello. Cool. All right. One more down. What's up next? HP regen. I think this one's gonna be really hard. I'm pretty sure we don't have anything that really does what I want, which is like an actual regen. Maybe there's something in Magicalism related. I'd have to check though. Ooh, they're all split into lists. Ugh, that's gross. I just type heal. Whole world or whole word. All right. So they don't know what they're doing. That's a really funny comment. Uh, cool. Let's just do. Nature commune isn't even a thing. Ah, here it is. Well, I don't know. I'll just copy and paste this, and maybe that won't work when I'm testing, but that's okay. It's progress. If I have to write health regen into the game, I will do that later. Effect other empathy. Oh, hey, thank you very much. I'm glad you like it. I'm working on more right now. So yeah, thank you for popping in and hands me down. Uh, thank you for coming. I do this every Wednesday, same time, or at this time every week, for 2 hours. So feel free to join whenever, and subscribe if you want to get those notifications. No pressure. Again, I do not do this for money, but if you did want to get those notifications, you could do it that way. Um, that's not how you spell that word. I'm so bad at spelling. Okay. There we go. That looks right. uh, Animal attack. Lost animal you go. See how we are. Hey, thank you. I'm terrible at copywriting, so I appreciate the eyes. Bum. Another empathy. Yep. Yeah. Good. 30 seconds. Nothing. Question mark. No achievement. So that's the healing stuff. Exciting stuff. And I might have to crank that again. I'm gonna tweak all these, but just trying to work through the whole list to kind of show it off, because this is I like getting examples of mod features into the base game so that people that are looking for them can just use them and copy paste and kind of cargo cult their way to successful mods, which is kind of cool. And again, I've been working, I wouldn't say tirelessly, but I've been working quite a bit on a lot of this stuff. I mean, let's open up a preview. Okay. Craft Visual Studio. Some of those markdown files are pretty big. Let's try one more time and see if we crashed again. Hey. So, I mean, like, all of these events are so powerful. There's so much stuff we can now do that wasn't available before. And the context variables let you do a lot of cool stuff, too. Which I'm also going to bring out just more and more examples for. And so I'm hoping this empath example will be a good starting example. But I'm gonna add a couple of other perks based on some of these too. I think there's some fun ideas to be had. So yeah, and maybe I'll get to do another one tonight. I do not think so. I actually didn't realize what time it is. But I'm gonna keep going for a little bit longer. Try and get these all done. We'll see if we get there, but so nether effect nether. Three down. I'm gonna skip mutant. I'm gonna skip Jabberwock because I do not have a good idea for mutant right now. I'm also going to skip this because I know for a fact it's impossible right now, and so I'm gonna have to write code for it. I don't really have the opportunity to write code for it right now, or it would bog me down, and so that'll be something I probably do off stream, but we'll see. Acid Blood, I do not know if that'll be possible. Let's see how the mutation does it, and then we'll see if it'll be easy to... Yeah, no, this is all hard code, eh? Okay, I think I can make this one work, but it won't work conveniently right away. And so I'm gonna slide on int to... so let's do the disease cure. I can just seal that off of the... Yeah. So it's actually like kind of, because it removes fungal, and yeah, it's for fighting fungals, but that's kind of okay. I don't really care if it seems particularly good. Some of these should be. Effect. Is the faction fungal or fungus? No. Monster faction. I'm looking for monster factions. Okay, fungus. I don't think I need this actually needs a decay message because it's instantaneous. Even though it does have like a timer, it's not it doesn't really need a hey, it's over. So I'm gonna skip one. Path. Fungus. Progress done as well. Plant one is gonna be kind